Hi, I'm Dr James Birt, one of the Associate Professors here at Bond University. So what's my involvement in games and esports? Well look, I've been playing games since I was about 5 years old, and I'll let you in on a little secret, that was a few years ago now. But where I see gaming moving is this incredible opportunity for young people, and even people like myself. Sure, I'm 43, but I can still enjoy gaming. What I see is this opportunity in Australia where we have young people, people with some experience like myself, coming together to really reimagine what gaming is. This competition of gaming, this play and enjoyment around gaming, and how gaming can lead to success, not only in the industry of esports, but also as opportunities around communication, around engagement with young people, and also challenging some of these stigmas and other things that maybe perhaps are sitting in society, like gaming and violence, gaming and addiction, gaming and antisocial behavior, because you know what? Gaming isn't those things. I play games with my kids. I've got 2 young daughters and we love to game together. We have incredible fun and excitement and opportunities to be a family playing games. And I see these as incredible opportunities that can be expanded beyond simply the home environment to also include the corporate environment, to look at how that sits within the educational environment, especially here at Bond University, and how that can also feed into our schools and other endeavours. So how are we going to grow our domestic industry? Of course, we have an incredible industry. We hit above our weight. We have wonderful success. We've just seen incredible success with our players going international. But how are we going to grow this? We need to see esports, we need to see gaming integrated into schooling. We need to see a grassroots effort about the success of games, that games are not simply these stigmas, but that gaming can really add to the competitive landscape. It can bring in different types of diverse individuals that have different interests, and that within the schooling environment, especially as we move to an idea of inclusion, around diversity and around equity, that we try to include different types of people and different interests. So we need to see grassroots. We need to see this integrated not only within primary schools, but into high schools and also universities. There are some pathways around this. We see it in things like League of Legends, but we want to see it across lots of different types of games and competitive esports. It would be really important for us to consider how this could also be integrated into large-scale mega events, such as the Commonwealth Games and also ultimately Brisbane 2032. Because having that goal, having that drive, and having time to get there, now we're looking at 10 years, we have an opportunity to be able to lay a foundation and have essentially a competitive environment. Sure, we as Australia can't influence the IOC and others to include these, but we can certainly drive it, we can have it as demonstration, and we can champion and challenge these things in order to achieve it. So once again, we really need to see that grassroots, we need to see it integrated into schools, and we need to see a reduction in the stigma and other associated concerns around it, and in a way build a policy, a governance structure that can support it into those environments. So where have I seen success in esports? We've had some exciting projects, some research where we've been exploring things like Rocket League for critical thinking education. And some might say, hang on, you're looking at research, gaming, and critical thinking and education? Absolutely. We have to think about experiential experiences. We need to think about how do we create a common ground for discourse where people can discuss things and challenge themselves. Something like Rocket League is really useful because it's fairly simple to understand, it's pretty simple to learn to play, but it's not that easy to get excellent at that particular sport. And so having diverse students come together to play these games and then be scaffolded through a proper process of how do we think critically enables them to be able to analyze the playing field, be able to level level up through their process of communicative discourse, and most importantly, be able to transfer those skills from a situation in the case of Rocket League to looking at other educational situations that enable them to apply those critical thinking skills. And I think that, to me, is the real evidence around those types of initiatives, is application and transfer. And we can see that across a number of other research projects where we know that people perform really well in games, that they can translate those skills into things like leadership and management and entrepreneurism. They can transfer those skills into areas like social media marketing, influencing, and connecting that with different audiences. We know that Australians love to play games. We have an incredible report that gets run here at Bond University every second year by Professor Jeff Brandt, which looks at the demographics of Australian gamers. We know that most people play games. We know that the gender difference between males, females, and others are very similar, and that we have this incredible opportunity to not just segment into male, female, and other demographics, but to come together around gaming, that inclusive angle of gaming. And I think that that is a really important thing, because gaming is at its core level fun, exciting, but also competitive. And that helps to drive young people and even oldies like me to be able to actually enjoy, communicate, and participate as part of a gaming community. So where are we going next here at Bond? So we had early beginnings of esports at Bond, but we've got some big concepts, some big ideas that maybe I can't share with you everything just yet, but we'll certainly share them in the future. But we have an incredible competition beginning with our incredible partners, the Chiefs. We're looking at how we can integrate esports into the amazing Bond University experience. We are, after all, 17 years Australia's #1 for student experience as part of the Good Universities Guides. And I see how esports can be an integral part of where that student experience fits. After all, gaming is universal. People love to play. We have to activate our campuses, get people back onto campus post-COVID, and what better way of doing that but to integrate with games. So I challenge you to think a little bit around where you can see gaming, how gaming fits in with your own leveling up of your education, and perhaps exploring different options at Bond University and where gaming and your area of discipline, knowledge and experience might take you. Because did you know there is many different industries and also different job opportunities within esports and gaming? It doesn't just have to be creating the games. There is many pathways for you, for your family, and for your friends. So thank you very much for listening to this presentation and video, and game on.